大家好，我叫严泰妍，我是普渡大学中文102的学生。今天我来介绍一下中国的节。Chinese New Year is an important Chinese festival celebrated at the turn of the traditional lunisolar Chinese calendar. It is also known as the Spring Festival, the literal translation of the modern Chinese name. Celebrations traditionally run from the evening preceding the first day to the Lantern Festival on the 15th day of the first calendar month. The first day of the new year falls on the new moon between 21st of January and the 20th of January. In 2016, the first day of the Chinese New Year falls on Monday, the 8th of February. The Chinese New Year is celebrated for 15 days. The first day is the birthday of the chicken. The festival traditionally begins on the first day of the first lunar month in the Chinese calendar and ends on the 15th. And the 15th day is called the Lantern Festival. The first day of the New Year is also known as the Yuan Dan, the New Year's Day, first day. The second day is called the birthday of the dog. The people say that after being offered sacrifices, the god of wealth leaves for heaven on the second day of the lunar year. The third day is called the birthday of the pig. Families who had an immediate relative deceased in the past 3 years will not go house visiting as a form of respect to the dead. The third day of the new year is allocated to grave visiting instead. The fourth day is called the birthday of sheep. The fourth day is basically a continuity of the third day. The fifth day is called the birthday of ox cattle. The day is regarded as the birthday of the god of wealth, and hence respect is paid to the god. The sixth day is called the birthday of the horse. The sixth day marks a time to visit temples, relatives, and friends. The seventh day is the birthday of men. The seventh day of the first lunar year is named Ren Ru, literally human day, and is considered to be the birthday of ordinary or common men. Eighth day is called the completion day. On the eighth day, the people have another family reunion dinner, and at midnight they pray to the Jade Emperor. The ninth day is the birthday of the Jade Emperor. From the 10th day to the 12th day of the lunar year, there is more feasting with friends and family. On the 13th day, a time to diet a bit after so much rich food, vegetarian food, and like rice and mustard greens are eaten and cleanse the digestive systems. On the 14th day, it's the Lantern Decoration Day. And finally, on the 15th day, it's the Lantern Festival. The 15th day marks the first full moon after the Spring Festival and of the New Year, also known as the Yuan Xiaojie, meaning the first night of the full moon. The day is as well known as the Lantern Festival Day. Dragon dances are common during Chinese New Year. It is believed that the loud beats of the drums and the defending sound of the cymbals together with the face of the dragon dancing aggressively that evict bad or evil spirits. Lion dances are also popular for opening of business in Hong Kong. Lanterns that differ from those mid-autumn festival is general. They'll be red in color and tend to be oval in shape. These are the traditional Chinese paper lanterns. Those lanterns used on the fifth day of the Chinese New Year for the Lantern Festival are bright, colorful, and in many different sizes and shapes. Chinese New Year is also celebrated all around the world by Chinese people. The Lantern Festival is a Chinese festival celebrated during the Chinese New Year. It had become a festival with great significance. During the Lantern Festival, children go out at night to temples carrying paper lanterns and solve riddles on the lanterns. In ancient times, the lanterns were fairly simple, and only the emperor and the noblemen had large, ornate ones. In modern times, lanterns have been embellished with many complex designs. For example, lanterns are now often made in the shape of animals. The lanterns can symbolize the people letting go of their past selves and getting new ones, which they will let go of the next year. The Qingming Festival is a traditional Chinese festival on the first day of the fifth solar term of the traditional Chinese lunisolar calendar. This makes it the 15th day after the spring equinox. Qingming has been regularly observed as a statutory public holiday in China. The holiday is associated with the consumption of qingtuan, green dumplings made of rice and barley grass. The Qingming Festival is an opportunity for celebrants to remember and honor their ancestors at grave sites. Young and old pray before the ancestors, sweep the tombs, and offer food, tea, wine, chopsticks to the ancestors. The rites have been a long tradition in Asia, especially among farmers. Some people carry willow branches with them on Qingming or put willow branches on their gates or at their front doors. They believe that willow branches will help ward off the evil spirit that wanders on Qingming. On Qingming, people go on family outings, start the spring plowing, sing and dance. Qingming is also a time when young couples traditionally start courting. Another popular thing to do is to fly kites in the shape stuffed animals, or characters from Chinese opera. The Dragon Boat Festival is a traditional holiday originating in China. The festival occurs on the fifth day of the fifth month of the traditional lunar calendar. The source of its alternative name, the Double Fifth Festival. The summer solstice is considered the annual peak of the male energy, while the winter solstice is the longest night of the year, represents the annual peak of the feminine energy. The masculine image of the dragon was thus naturally associated with the Dragon Boat Festival. The Double Seventh Festival is a Chinese festival that celebrates the annual meeting of the cowherd and weaver girl in Chinese mythology. During the festival, young girls take part in worshipping the celestials during rituals. They go to the local temple to pray for wisdom. Paper items are usually burned as offerings. Girls may also recite traditional prayers for dexterity and needlework, which symbolize the traditional talents of a good spouse. The festival also is held for the importance of the newly wed couples. Traditionally, they would worship the celestial couple for the last time and bid farewell to them. The celebration stood symbol for happy marriage and showed that the married woman was treasured by her new family. The Mid-Autumn Festival is a harvest festival celebrated in China. The festival is held on the 15th day of the 8th month in the Chinese calendar on the night of the full moon between early September to early October of the Gregorian calendar. The festival celebrates three fundamental concepts which are closely tied to one another. The first one is gathering, such as family and friends coming together or harvesting crops for festivals. And the second is Thanksgiving, to give thanks for the harvest. And the third one is praying. They pray for babies, a spouse, beauty, or for a good future. Traditions and myths surrounding the festival are formed around these three concepts, although traditions have been changed over time due to changes in technology, science, economy, culture, and religion. Double Ninth Festival, also called as the Chongyang Festival, is observed on the ninth day of the ninth month in the Chinese calendar. During the festival, people eat the Chongyang cake, which is a kind of a steamed cake having two layers with nuts between them. Since the cake in Chinese is pronounced as gao, meaning high, people consider climbing a high mountain to the same as eating cake. In 1989, the Chongyang Festival was designated as Seniors' Day. It is a day to respect the elderly and to let them enjoy themselves. The Winter Solstice Festival is one of the most important festivals celebrated in China. The festival is celebrated around December 22nd. The Winter Solstice Festival is a time for the family to get together. One of the most important activities that occur during the festival is the making and eating of the tangyuan, which is a ball of gluten rice which symbolizes reunion. In northern China, people typically eat dumplings on the winter solstice festival. It is said to have originated from Zhang Zhongjing in the Han Dynasty. On one cold winter day, he saw the poor suffering from the weather, and feeling sympathetic, he gave them dumplings with lamb and other ingredients, and distributed them among the poor to keep them warm